Nedum, for you, I think 5 goals given up in the last 10 games. You guys on this incredible defensive run. Another good opponent in here tonight, and you kind of shut them down. What do you think the key was tonight, and maybe even over going the last month and a half?
I think we've just gained momentum, to be honest, through good play and good understanding of what's required of us going into every game. And once you start getting the results, it's easier to believe in. And the players, every time they step out onto the field, they honestly believe that they can keep a clean sheet. I felt a bit of pressure today because they've been doing so well recently, coming back into the side. But, you know, the way that the team is it was a perfect game for me to come back into.
Aaron, it seemed like you've played more like a winger tonight than you did a full-back. What went into that, and I guess how much fun was it being in the attacking third so much?
Yeah, it's definitely fun, that's for sure. But Seattle's the one that sort of forced us into that. They were playing sort of a formation where they sat back and then they had a bunch of guys up through the middle, and so as outside backs we had a ton of space, and it was kind of weird in a way because we almost had too much time sometimes. So I'd receive the ball and I'd be able to carry it 20 yards and then sort of just pass it off. But I mean, yeah, I think Seattle, they came in and sat back, and that's sort of what made us do that.
And a question for both of you on those lines: how much respect does that are they giving you when they do that? I mean, they come in here and, for lack of a better word, they bunkered. They didn't want to give you guys much space. Does that kind of show a lot of respect that you guys feel when the club does that?
Yeah, I guess so. You know, we are in good form, but then also for them, at times we can be quite guilty of being slow and sloppy in the ball if we are basically forced to try and take the game on. But I think today we eliminated a lot of our sloppy mistakes, which we've been guilty of in the past in games like that. Say usually when we play against Portland and the like. And as I say, it's a tough place to come, especially in the midweek. They'll feel the altitude. They have a few injuries and things like this, and you know that they believe that was their best strategy to try and get the 3 points. I don't think they really came for a draw, and then there were even spells where they were on top in the game. So even though that was their opening strategy, I think they did have a few other plans up the sleeve as well.
Aaron, can you just walk us through a little bit what you saw on that goal to Sam, and just the way that you flipped that field was pretty cool, pretty unique. Obviously, it's not the first time you've done that this year, but did you see something that you've kind of seen a couple of times to just be able to hit that counter?
Yeah, we know when Sam's on the field, he's always going to give us that danger in behind. So it should always be our first look, and that's what we work on through the week sometimes. And but no, I kind of just, their defender at the ball, I kind of just read his eyes, and then he sort of mishit it to me. And then I had a ton of space, but I saw Sam going. So, I mean, anytime you put Sam in behind, we're going to give ourselves a chance to score. And on that play, we actually had, I believe, 2 other guys open on the back post. So if Sam would have missed that, we probably would have been pretty mad at him. But, no, I mean, yeah, like I said, anytime Sam's up there, he's a danger in behind, and then great finish.
There's still another game going on, so it depends on the result of that, whether or not you guys are going to end up 3rd or 4th in the West after tonight. But just considering, like, the way the season's gone, like early on with the red cards and then recently with Mike being let go and just some of the kind of ups and downs, like, how does it feel to just be all the way up there on the table at this point of the season?
You always say it's a long season. At the start of the season, when we were struggling in parts, the belief was always there because I thought we had a good team. Everyone else believed in themselves, and things would eventually go our way as long as we stuck to what we were supposed to be doing. And I think as time passed, we really did do that, and we started to feel the benefit now. I think to be in contention in the West at this stage now is obviously great, but we need to get over the line, get ourselves into the playoffs, see if we can get home field advantage going into them as well. But, you know, to be a form side in the league at this part of the season is it's credit to us, but we've always had the belief.
This is a question for both of you. It seemed the last month or so in particular that defense has been very solid. You haven't conceded many goals. I don't have the number in front of me, but it's very few of the last handful of games you've played. Was there something that happened at training that you guys have decided, now's the time to put an emphasis on it? As I guess you probably would have done that at the start of the year as well, but it just seems like the last month or so has been very impressive.
So the alarming thing for me was it was after I got injured and went away that they started playing really well. So, kind of put me in a bit of an awkward situation. But, watching the team, we believe in defending not just at the back but from the front. When everybody is doing that, then it makes it a lot easier for the guys at the back. And you can make better decisions because you've got more time because other people are in the right place. Instead of it being so essentially reactive all the time. People are just in the right positions and they're ready and prepared for most things that come our way. And then also you have that desire to keep the ball out of your goal, which I think you can't really buy that. Some people have it, some people don't. And I think given the amount of goals we conceded recently, you look at the starting guys and the guys who come in as well. I think that's the mentality going forward.
You host LAFC this weekend. What's the team's mindset going into that game after a busy week?
I think we want 3 points. We're not gonna come out and try to sit back. At least I don't think we are.
No,
but I think we're gonna come out. We're gonna try to play, and we're gonna go for the win. I think tonight was a good game for us. Sort of getting those early goals and late goal in the first half, and then early goal in the second half from Albert. It sort of helped us to sort of maybe even conserve some energy for that game, and then so I think we got 2 days rest. Everyone will be doing everything they can to get fresh, and then I think we're gonna go into the game to win.
Final question here.
It seems like the last few games there's been goals coming from everywhere. I mean, tonight is an example where you guys got one from a different player. From you guys' perspective, what's kind of been the difference over the last few games, just having so many guys be able to put it in the back of the net?
That's a great question. I guess it's just belief. The team's playing well, so when everyone's on the front foot, you'll find more people in key areas having big opportunities. Like, the belief is there. We're secure at the back, so people can go forward. And the people that we have in the side, everyone can score except for myself and Aaron. Everyone else can score in the team. So to see
Justin.
And Justin Glad as well. So to see everyone getting in there, you don't really have a worry. Every time we step out onto the field, I believe that we're going to score goals. It's not necessarily going to come from someone who's going to score 30 goals a season, but we've got enough players in the side who can chip in. And as soon as the time comes, they seem to do it.